is Olivia. Welcome and welcome back to my welcome back to my channel. So, as you can probably see, I have taken some time to work on my background, which doesn't explain why I've been away, but anyway, we're here now. So, this video is just to give you some insight on why I started my minimalist journey. One, I found out about minimalism on Pinterest. Actually, I was very active on Pinterest, and so while I was just there scrolling, I just came around capsule wardrobes and minimalism, and that just captured me, especially because I was at a point in my life where I was struggling with how to dress. I had many options, and I think that was the problem. I just had all this noise, and so it was pretty hard for me to actually make a decision when it comes to dressing. There was my taste that was neither here nor there, and then there was this other taste that was suggested by people in my life and stuff like that. That's how I found out about minimalism. Why I took it up was because I am generally I'm a neat person. I love neatness, I love organization, and that actually makes me more prone to hoarding stuff, because I then buy a lot of things to organize. I buy a lot of knickknacks. I love stationery, and so I would buy a lot of organizational knickknacks and a lot of stationery that I didn't really need. And then when time came to make sure that the thing was, or rather the place was organized, that became super challenging because there's a lot of stuff. So when I learned about minimalism and the different types of minimalist, frugal minimalists, aesthetic minimalists, and all those other the many categories, just have a look at Pinterest. I was like, I actually think I am a not frugal. I actually think that I'm an aesthetic minimalist. I like the aesthetic of less color, of less stuff. I love a clean blank space to work from. I can't work on a cluttered space. And so for me, that's where I was like, okay, maybe this is for me. Why I decided to start thinking about being a minimalist or pursuing minimalism. I really don't like the labels. Labels are hard, because when I go out there and buy something, someone's gonna be like, I thought you're a minimalist. There was a time I got a bunch of things. We're just gonna throw a story time here. I got a bunch of things, and then my dad was like, this is a lot of stuff for a minimalist. And I was like, well, I still buy things, or I still use things. I just don't use as much as I used to. So I actually am an emotional spender. When I'm having a bad day, or when I'm feeling bad, I would shop to make myself feel good. And so I would end up with a lot of stuff. There's that. There's also FOMO, like fearing you're getting left out when you don't have some items, even if they don't apply to your day-to-day. That would really cause me to buy a lot of unnecessary stuff, and buying clothes that didn't necessarily fit into my aesthetic, my body type, my lifestyle, just because that was what was on trendy. That I would fall victim to that and makeup and clothes and shoes. So when I started this journey, I kind of started to be more conscious about, okay, what do I really like, what really suits my lifestyle, what really appeals to me, what really appeals to my aesthetic. And so that's when I was like, hey, maybe I should try this minimalism thing. And one thing that has been really good for me is that I've found colors that I feel more comfortable in when it comes to dressing. I've found that I don't need to have a lot of space in my house or in my room to feel like it's a nice space. I've saved a lot of money, actually, because now I know that there are shoes I'm never gonna buy because I'm never gonna wear. So even if I get them across the street for a good deal, I'm not going to buy them. Same to clothes. I am very particular with clothes. I don't go on shopping sprees as much as I used to anymore. I kind of have a wish list now of items that I want for my wardrobe, whether cheap or expensive. So I'm able to intentionally dictate what goes into my wardrobe. I can visualize an outfit from head to toe even before I dress up, because I know exactly what's in my closet. And so that kind of helped me become more organized. And I feel like now when I dress, I'm more intentional. Like I don't feel like a mess. There are times I would dress up and I'm like, oh, I'm comfortable, but I feel like a mess. I feel like there's just too many colors going on. And I'm talking a lot about clothes, because clothes were like the genesis. They were like the genesis of my becoming a minimalist, because I was like, hey, this bold colors, they don't work for me. I'm more of a neutral person. I love clothes that match with other clothes. I love shoes that match with a whole outfit or a number of outfits. Minimalism has actually taught me how to practice delayed gratification, to create wish lists, to do some research before I purchase something, because that was another thing that used to happen. I would just rush into buying something, and then turns out it's not great quality, turns out it's actually not what I needed, turns out it's not great for the space. Sorry, just needed to adjust you a little bit. Yeah, turns out it's not great for the space, and then I would feel bad, I'd feel guilty. So a lot of these things that I actually mentioned in previous videos, I was that person, but now I'm learning how to make more intentional decisions. I'm learning what colors don't fit in my wardrobe and how to be okay with that, because people will always be like, no, you should just try it. And I'm just like, I've tried it and it didn't work, and I felt this way or that way, so now I'm doing this instead. And so yeah, I hope that this channel actually helps you. If you are that person, if there are things that you want to get rid of in your life, if there are habits you want to break, I hope that this channel helps you, inspires you, motivates you. And yeah, that's it for this video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Please share this with a friend who needs it, and subscribe, comment, because it helps my channel, my small channel, grow. And I will see you in the next one.